We're going to talk Zig rigs now. This crazy contraption is an adjustable zig, which I've never cast out in my entire life, but you have, haven't you? If you fish in the manor, deep waters and what have you. It's ideal, isn't it? Because you can let it come up to the surface, can't you? So you haven't got to fish a 12-foot hook link if you want to be a foot under the surface in 13 foot. So talk us through that from the hook bait end.
Right, what we got there, Dan, we got a little sliver of black foam, just normal black foam, not flavoured, not glugged. Just on its own.
Just on its own?
Just on its own.
Right. And I hear black is the best colour, is that right?
Yeah, black is very popular because people think that it kind of simulates nymphs and flies and insects. But I've caught a lot of fish on yellow as well.
Right.
Just kind of ring in the changes and keep trying it until it works. Right. Reds, whites, anything really.
Anything. Right, okay.
Underneath the dissolvable foam is a size 10 curve. Right. Which with that the curved aggressive angle does nail them.
Right. I noticed as well, before you put that foam on, quite a long hair. What's the reason for that?
It's deceptive. It's not the hair that's that long, it's the knotless knot that is long. Right. I go down about 16, 17 times.
Right, okay.
Just to keep it tight to the shank.
Right.
Because if you have a fish or on the cast, if it kinks up and it will sit out from the hook. Right. And I like it all neat and tight. So that's the reason for the big knotless knot, if you like.
And what's the hook link material?
That's £10 Pro Clear.
Right, okay.
Really durable, cast well. You get a few more casts out of it before it will kink. Right. And curl up than other makes of line that I've used in the past. Right,
okay. And then down to this bit, we've got a rig ring there. Yeah. And then a subfloat on what? What's that running on?
That's £15 stiff bristle filament.
Right.
And that is just to act as a boom to kick the whole thing away on the cast.
Right.
From the lead.
Right. Because it is prone to tangling.
They are very susceptible to tangling, yes. So that just aids as a bit of a boom.
Right.
Obviously the subfloat is there to keep it all buoyant.
Yep.
You've then got a size 8 swivel with a shock bead.
Yep.
And then just a running lead.
Right, okay.
No quick links, no link loops, nothing on that, just the lead as you would buy it from the shop.
Right. And there is a knack. You're going to cast this out for us now because obviously conditions have changed. That it's looking good for a bite on the top. We've seen a few cruising around, haven't we?
So, yeah, there's loads up on the top.
So you're whacking it out there because of the changing conditions more than anything else. So before you cast this out, there is a knack to casting it, isn't there? So explain to us how you do it.
Well, when you're watching the rig flying through the air, you can either watch the foam or the subfloat. Both quite visible, even on overcast days. Just as it's about to hit the surface, trap it with your finger on your spool. Or if you fish it, you can fish it in a clip and fish on the clip. The problem with that is you need to get it out of the clip instantly because you want it to free fall. So the lead's free falling and the float's pulling against it, which keeps it all moving.
So you're sort of stopping it to flick it out, and then you're letting it go. So the lead plummets down and it keeps it all apart, stops it tangling on the way down, basically. That's why you don't feel it down like a normal rig.
Because sometimes it will have a tendency, even with a stiff boom, if you're feeling it down, it can twist.
Yeah, the hook link's twisting around the main line.
Right, you just want to minimise all your chances of anything happening. You want it to get bang on first time, certainly if you're on the fish anyway.
Sure. And then I take it you're letting it out then until first of all you see the foam come up. And then you're going to see the float pops up as well. And then you're just adjusting it down.
Yeah, you pull it down on your clutch. You float bob down, then because the foam is still, you can still see the white foam. You'll just see it, and just as it's nicked under the surface, I always do it in my hand, and then I'll put my rod on the rest.
Right.
And then I'll just say the float's nicked under, and that's my starting point, so I know I'm at like an inch under the surface.
Right, okay.
And then you can play around with all sorts of depths.
Right, okay.
But because you haven't got to keep reeling it in to tie new zigs up, it's so easy. You could fish 20 different depths in 4 hours. Right. You could fish 6'6", 6'8".
Right.
Because it's a lot harder to go deeper with a zig, because once it's too low, you've then got to tie a new one.
If you've tied an 8-foot zig and they're at 10 foot,
you've got to tie another one.
Whereas this one, you can just let 2 foot of line out, and you know it's 10 foot off the bottom. Right, okay.
But I always start at once that's disappeared, I know exactly, I always remember exactly where I am in the upper layers.
Right, okay.
So if I'm 18 inches, it's just memorising where you are. From the start.
Okay, and you just search around until you start
just play around until you get bites,
Right, cool. All right, mate, well, I'll get out of the way. You whack that out there. It's looking bang on for one at the moment. Look at that, it's like a mill pond. Get it out there, mate. Let's get bite.
Okay.